Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. And it's Friday. For many, that's the end of the week, the end of the work week. We're going into the weekend. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful one here. We've had pretty much snow and cold weather and rain all week. So we're all ready for some nice weather. And I'm sure many of you are where you live as well. So the Council of 12 have come through big this morning. In my quiet time, certainly a huge understanding came through. And that's what's so wonderful about the quiet time, is that time when we can allow our inner being, our higher self, the creator, God, the universe, our angels, guides, and companions to come in and to be with us and journey with us. And so, with that, the Mystical Shaman Oracle is the deck that wants to come up today. The overarching theme is the witness. That's the observer. That's allowing that inner being, the higher perspective, to be present more for you. It's the thing that takes you out of the situation, out from under the circumstances, and will give you a higher perspective, a more comprehensive perspective of what's going on in life. And much of what's going on are because of these walls we have put up, but we don't see that. And so let's see what the witness has to say. The witness observes without engaging in any action. By cultivating inner stillness, we are able to assess any situation from a higher perspective and make better decisions. You know, that old saying, I can't see the forest for the trees. That's where we live a lot of the time. We're in the trees, we're in this human experience, in this body, and allowing our inner being by getting quiet, connecting. I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready, guide me, allows them to help us step away from us. Like I've said before, as a, particularly as a young nurse and a young mother at the time, if things would happen to my children physically or my husband, or there'd be a concern, I'd have to go, okay, if I wasn't the mother here, if I wasn't the wife here, what would the nurse do? And I would step into that observer as the professional that I was, rather than the emotional one involved in it, because I could make better decisions. And that's really what this reading is prompting you to do today, is to get that higher perspective. And much of the time that happens in the quiet. That's why those times of stillness, that meditative time, for me, it is breathwork time, because meditation is not something that I've been able to step into with any degree of ease. And so I found a different way. When we can be present for someone else's difficulties with stillness, then we are better able to truly hear them and give better advice. And it is the same with ourselves. If we can be still within what is happening in our life, we have a greater perspective. We get better advice from our higher self. The witness that has been by your side all along is now ready to become your ally. You thought you were the doer, but today you discover that things happen when you get out of the way, when you stand in front of the walls you've built rather than behind them, when you allow the walls to come down. Open, willing, ready, because most of us have no idea what it means to allow the walls to come down, because we've been building those walls, not in just in this lifetime. And we have brought in bricks and stones to those walls from our ancestral lineage as well, and then from our past lives. So they will come down, but we have to get out of the way so we can allow them to come down. Witness certain unfoldings before you. Change reality by finding stillness and letting your true intent reveal itself. Why did we come? What did you come to do? We came to learn, we came to serve. What did your true self want in this process? Now, this first card was kind of baffling to me, given what this started with and what the rest of the reading is. But it has come through because of the wisdom of the Council of 12. Those are 12 guides that I work with, I sit with, often ask for the guidance, open, willing, ready, show me. And when I do energy work, I will often ask them to come in. So the card is the Page of Pentacles. And in this deck, a very high vibe card, a very lighthearted card, but it really kind of isn't. The Page of Pentacles has to do with the fact that you've been given some responsibility here, a little bit of responsibility in some way. Truth is, you've been given a big responsibility. You chose this responsibility in this lifetime to be this certain person, to bring through these experiences for your learning and for your path, for the higher good, for the collective good. You're not here just hanging out, twiddling your thumbs, especially if you watch something like this. There's that knowing inside you that you came for more. You are more than what you have thought. The Page of Pentacles saying, you've been given a little bit of responsibility, but you haven't been doing a really good job with it. You've kind of been playing with it, a little bit ignoring it, just kind of pushing it to the side because it takes focus and concentration. And you can choose to ignore it. The world won't end, but what will happen is the karma that you wanted to come release, which is pretty much that wall that plagues you, the thing that keeps standing in your way, is going to hang around longer. That's the bottom line. You will get done in this lifetime what you chose to learn and to become. It is the how that we have the charge with. That's where those quiet times, inviting your angels, guides, companions in, is so powerful in the process. So the Page of Pentacles is saying, it really is time to step up and to step into things, because the next card that came up is the Judgment card. And the Judgment card really is, it's really hard with this background to get that looking good. The Judgment card really is, it's a completion. It is time. You've come through, you've worked with things in a big way, in a continual way throughout this life. It really, some of the work you've done is to sit and whine about how things are, because the things that are less comfortable for us are the things that draw our attention. So we brought them in this way to learn from them. Now is the time to act on what you have learned, what you've been. I'm not going to do that because it's blurry. I don't think I will use the blurred background again. It makes it hard to show the cards. But the time has come for you to allow the completion of a phase in your life, the phase of unknowingness, the phase of being under the circumstances, the phase of being the victim. It's time to step in and journey with the wall that you built. It's like, all right, as you take down each block, what did I place this here for? Or what did my ancestors place this here for? That is what your quiet time is about. And tools will come for you within that time, awarenesses. The Six of Pentacles, and this is about flow, really. The Six of Pentacles is about generosity and receiving. It is about you giving and receiving from others, not just money, but that's, it's always nice for most of us. We could use more money. But this is about the flow in life, giving and receiving. But it is also the flow within your greatest quote unquote plague, the thing you've been journeying with, the difficulties that you've kept focusing on, the beliefs you've held about your powerlessness in certain areas of life. Now is the time to flow with those certain areas. And again, what came up for me at first was, all right, God, I don't even know what that looks like, because I didn't. And it's like, but I am open, I'm willing, I'm ready to be guided into the flow for me. And it's ongoing, just so you know, because this really came in this morning in my quiet time, because I woke up hurting a lot. And it's like, okay, what is here for me, God, in this pain? And I would go through, I do the breath work, and it is in the breath hold that I really will go deep. And so in that time of breath hold, it would take me to different thoughts. And it seemingly it was, oh, my mind's wandering. And then it was like, oh, no, it's not wandering. It is showing me a way to be in this world. It is showing me a way to work with some of the things that I already have in place to help me flow with this. I kind of expected that within that quiet, I would get these answers. Oh, this is what this pain is about. But the truth is, I've already worked with that aspect. The flow is allowing the pain to be present rather than resisting it constantly, working against it, fighting it, moaning about it, and just going within it and going, I'm willing to receive whatever is here for me. And things started coming. So the judgment is here. You are complete in some of what you have done, but you want to beware of choosing to ignore the things that you brought through for yourself to learn, because the karma is that they will stay present with you and they will continue to make you less than comfortable throughout this lifetime if you don't actively just go, okay, what is true for me here? What is the learning that is available by my bringing it through energetically, through ancestrally, and through my karmic pathways and the non-karmic pathways from our past life. We chose what is showing up. And so when you own that, you're standing in your power, and that is where you truly get to release these things, because you will have learned what has come up. And the Seven of Wands, and I'm going to read this one. Go deep in, deep in your gut, something, but I can't remember what it was, because I don't read tarot for tarot. I use them for jumping off. But, if you look at this, there definitely is deep, your guts there, deep wounds, and there is this angel with the candle on top of it. It is that divine aspect of who you are. So let us see what the Seven of Wands wanted us to know. There we go. When we know something deeply in our gut, nothing can stop us. In the Seven of Wands, the pressure is on, the heat is turned up. It is time. We are being prompted on so many different aspects, so many different levels to be awakening. That's why the pain points that we have are really on the rise right now. That we're being jabbed, we're being poked to look at them, to journey with them, to grow with them, and then to be ascending in the energies that are coming in. And they're intense. I mean, not just pain for someone like me, but new types of pain awareness and spaciness, losing track of times, losing things. Oh my gosh. One of the littlest, most frustrating thing going on in my life is I keep losing things. Eventually I get them back. But when you're in the spirit, this is a warning, because this is the truth. When you're living in spirit so deeply and working your aspect, it is a challenge to hold on to the physical everyday stuff. And so I would advise that you invite in less opportunity to need analytical thinking as much as you can, and be in the flow of spirit for this growth and expansion, because we will come back to the balance. But as we're expanding into our spirit selves, we are out of balance with the physical life. We are out of kilter. And as you become the witness more, you get to return back into the more balanced aspect of life and spirit, coming back into balance. But growth is always a place of imbalance, whether it's a spiritual growth, physical growth. We are always being prompted to bring ourselves back into balance. In relationships, we get very imbalanced when one breaks up for us, and when we lose a relationship. And we have to find ourselves, our new selves, in the middle of that. And we are constantly being made new. We can resist it, or we can go with the flow and learn what comes up for us, because we chose that, move forward, and really then stand in that next higher level. Our inner being is the guide, our higher self. They are one and the same. That learning to trust what you get by using your physical aspect, the muscle testing, to guide you along in all aspects of life is a powerful way to live, because then you're constantly working with spirit and keeping that mantra present. I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready, guide me, to keep those higher energies coming in along this walk with you, making you aware of all the things coming for you that can help you advance more easily, with greater ease, with more peace, with joy, with the abundance that's available. It is all here for us. We just, as you know, I went to Oral Roberts University, and Oral kept saying, miracles are coming at you every day. You just have to reach out and get them. And I loved it. He was, I walked with him personally, and there was a whole lot of, as there is about many of them, a lot of judgment and criticism and making fun of and a ridicule of Oral Roberts. I'm a good energy reader. I do know that, he was human. In fact, I saw him get very angry about something that truly made me decide that I wouldn't go back there for the last 2 years of my school. But I walked with him one day in what they called the aerobic center. We were the first school in the country to have an aerobics program. Kenneth Cooper, the father of aerobics, was one of our teachers. And at any rate, we were walking around the track. I went up to walk when Oral happened to be there. And I just got in line with him in step, and we started talking. And I looked into that man's eyes. And, the feeling me was just feeling everything about him. That man was genuinely love. That was his choice in this life. Was he perfect? No, he was a man. But he had so much wisdom. His whole thing was body, mind, spirit. All must be attended to. The balance between the three. And, that's where I've come back to. All of it is just our energy. And when we work through that very finite aspect of who we are, our energy, allowing whatever gifts we came in with to expand so that we are constantly using them for this physical journey, this emotional journey, the mental journey, the spiritual journey, all of it, we have way more fun. We have way more tools to walk with, and we can advance in a way that we could never have been without utilizing all aspects of who we are. So I believe we are complete for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Please share this video with anybody you know who may be struggling, who needs some guidance on how to get to a greater level of trust within themselves, how to access their higher self for a more ease in this path that they wanted to come in and learn. Thanks for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet again.